welcome to 5 Minutes, your fast track to smarter insurance technology and stronger leadership. In the next 5 minutes, we're going to show you a better way to lead, scale, and innovate without the chaos. Let's get into it. How challenging has it been, though, as you start thinking about bringing in those types of solutions to solve the problem, dealing with legacy architecture, the customer's legacy environments, some of the sins of the past?
Yeah, no, it's a great question. So we've actually had to develop our own insurance native ETL from the ground up so that we can essentially play kindly with any CMS, PAS, RIMIS, you name it, seamlessly. And so you can send us data in any format, cadence, you name it. We basically make sense of it and we get it back to any system in any cadence in any format that you'd want without you having to think twice. And so that's made the interoperability so much easier for us, but it was a pretty significant investment that we had to make early on to be able to handle like all of the different requests and requirements of carriers, TPAs, self-insureds, you name it.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. You identify that friction area and that becomes a big accelerator for you. So you know, we'll wrap on this one here, man. But this is a thought-provoking one. You know, one of the things that I know that, especially I'm working with some of my clients, and I help advise them on the solutions that they're selecting on. There's, to me, always this question of continuous architectural flexibility. Because of that change that we're talking about, we have to make sure that our customers have to make sure that the people that they're partnering with have solutions that are flexible enough to evolve as the technology is evolving faster and faster. How do you give your customers the assurance that the underpinnings, the foundations of what you have built is something that is going to stand the test of time? That's, you know, it could be next year where there's an evolution that completely upsets everything.
No, it's a great question. I mean, so what I could say is that when we first got into this space, we weren't ones that fell backwards into it. We jumped head into it, like got super excited about the problem. And what we found is that after doing like a year of research, that everyone is their own special snowflake in a way. And so what we had to actually do is we built our own content management system, similar like a Salesforce, but for risk and insurance. And so everything that we do is configurable right out of the box.
Got it.
And so I know people talk no code. We've built that with every single thing that you could potentially deploy, from an AI to automation to really any other experience solution that we've built. And so like one, that helps us in a pretty significant way be able to like serve customers from a not just now, but hey, next week, next month, next year, you want to change X, Y, Z. Those are things that we can typically make those config changes immediately. And then obviously model agnostic in our nature and setup with respect to how do we come to life. And in terms of the actual like infrastructure that we can pull on, we try to make it so that it fits the needs of the actual customer. And so whether that's something where they start in a multi-tenant, want to transfer to a single tenant, we want to start for a multinational business in one area, expand to the next, add languages. Those are all things that like we've become well-versed in now, but it is one that's constantly evolving and we have to stay on top of it. And like, that's obviously the investment that we have to make as an insurtech to make sure that we're setting our customers up for success long-term and not just helping them with a Band-Aid right now.
Love it. Love it. Fantastic. Thank you so much for your time, man. I hope you have a really great
thanks so much, Miguel. This has been great. Appreciate it.
Thank you for joining this episode of 5 Minutes. If you've enjoyed our discussion, we'd love for you to share with anyone else you think might find it interesting. Also, please subscribe on whatever podcast platform you're listening on and hit that bell to stay on top of the game with our practical 5-minute episodes. We look forward to seeing you again next week.